They've made us laugh.
I know you said to kill her with kindness, but can't I just kill her?
What are you doing? Get out!
You know you're dreaming about me. Explains the drool.
They've made us cry.
That's not why everyone that I love is in danger. It's because of me. Everything is because of me.
They've made us feel confused and conflicted.
So he didn't tell you why?
Nope. But I'm sure it has something to do with you acting weird, so why don't you tell me?
And they're about to make us feel so much more because we are just weeks away from the premiere of season 6 of the Vampire Diaries. And right now we are breaking down the top 5 things that have to happen when the show hits TV on October 2nd.
5, 4, 3, 2.
At the 5 spot, it's all about Steroline. And all you shippers out there, you know what I'm talking about. It's the TVD besties we want to see together, Caroline and Stefan. I think we can all agree that these two have crazy amazing chemistry, and at this point, Elena's focused on Damon, and we just really think Stefan deserves some real romance in his life. Oh, and then there's also this.
What do we do now?
We go to sleep.
Case in point, the love is off the charts. And I'm sorry, but do you guys cuddle up like this? Or better yet, like this with your friends? Yeah, I think not, unless you want to make out with them. There was even hand-holding happening during the snuggle sesh. Steroline needs to happen. And also, and I hate to say this, but after Ian Somerhalder revealed that season 6 could mean the end of the Vampire Diaries, some people are saying a spinoff with just Caroline and Stefan would be awesome. Coming in at number 4, you know what else really needs to happen? We need some more Alaric in our lives. In true TVD fashion, as in just when you think they're dead, they're not dead and they come back. Well, Alaric made a return to the Vampire Diaries at the end of season 5. And if I'm keeping it real in our little circle of trust that we have here, my first thought after Matt Davis, who plays Alaric, after his show Cult was canceled, I was secretly just praying that he would return to Mystic Falls. And don't lie, you know you were doing it too. So obviously, if he's back, he can bro out some more with Damon.
Other than Elena, you're pretty much the only one I trust.
Well, you have a crappy way of showing that.
Look, if Mason Lockwood can get over the fact that I killed him, can't you cut me a little slack, Rick?
I shouldn't have to get over it. I was your friend, Damon. You shouldn't have done it in the first place.
All right, we are at number 3, and while I'll be the first to admit that the love triangle between Damon, Stefan, and Elena, and all the back and forth and angst of these complicated relationships is one of the major things that keeps me coming back week after week, I'm also kind of a sucker for the bromance action that is at the core of the show's focus. Before Damon had to go and disappear to the other side at the end of last season, I really felt like things were going well for him and Stefan, and I would really love to see more of that.
Since we're road trip bonding, remember the days when all you lived for was blood? You were the guy who would rip someone apart just for the fun of it.
You mean when I was more like you?
Yes, Stefan, exactly.
Okay, so if you take out the whole part about drinking other people's blood, they're just like any other guys out there, and we would love to see more bromancing from these two. We have hit the runner-up spot at number 2, and you know there's only one thing that we love as much as watching what's going down in Mystic Falls in real time, and that is flashbacks. We would love to see more rewind action in season 6, and throughout the last 5 seasons, we've had the chance to learn a ton, specifically about Damon, Stefan, and Catherine through flashbacks. But wouldn't you guys like to see some more featuring the rest of the gang? Like, remember this? The granddaddy of all TVD flashbacks?
It's my parents.
I want you to get everything you're looking for. But right now, I want you to forget that this happened. Can't have people knowing I'm in town yet. Good night, Elena.
FYI, that was the first time Elena and Damon ever met, and obviously, Damon compelled Elena to forget about the whole thing. But this just makes me wonder, are there more moments like this that we haven't seen yet? If there are, we want more in season 6. Okay, my friends, we have finally arrived at our top spot, And the number one thing that should, actually, scratch should, the number one thing that absolutely has to happen in season 6, I mean, guys, have you forgotten that Damon and Bonnie have poof, disappeared? Because yeah, that happened. And I don't know how you all feel, but without these two, the show just, it can't go on. I mean, what will Elena and Stefan be without Damon? And without Damon, we have no Delina, so that's not okay. Long story short, we need Damon and Bonnie to find their way back to the real world, and we need them back ASAP, or at least by like the 2nd or 3rd episode, please. Thank you. And that brings a wrap to the top 5 things we think should happen during season 6 of the Vampire Diaries. And obviously there are a ton more things we just didn't have time to include. I mean, don't even get me started on the Elena, Stefan, Damon dynamic, because I could talk for hours and hours, and if you want to talk, just call me. So, with that said, we want to hear from you guys. What are you dying to see this season? Again, mark your calendars for October 2nd and the season premiere of TVD on the CW. And in the meantime, click right over here to see our wish list when it comes to 5 things we have to see happen in Pitch Perfect 2. You will love it. Thanks so much for hanging out for our Top 5 Friday Countdown on ClevverTV. I'm your girl, Joslyn Davis. Have a great weekend.